All right, one more time, kids. Mark Miller here. Oh, look at this, restarted, and my center webcam does a reset on its white balance. Let me fix that. That's a little bit better. All right. Yeah, there's some software that needs to be fixed on my machine, right? There's software, not all of it's written by me. Cool. We're back. I think I'm in better shape. Even my restart seemed to take longer than normal. I was not so happy about that. Let me pop out the chat one more time. Get the chat over on the on my right monitor over here. So I've got that here, and I can read that backwards, kids. Saw you guys chatting while I was gone a little bit as I was coming back in. Yeah, disappointing. CodeRushed doesn't work when the machine is off. I saw that one come in there. Thanks, Will Bennett. So Will's out there. Hold on, let's see what else we got. Let's grab my Visual Studio. Let's start running it. Let's see if we still have that same problem. I'm going to jump out to this view right here so you don't have my mug all in your face. Rory, I guess we're going to restart the show. I'll delete that other one. How you doing? How you feeling today, Rory?
Doing good. Hoping for slightly more successful. That's not a good
That's not a good start, is it?
Slightly more successful than our previous faux pas.
Yeah, I guess it was a faux pas. You know what I say? A faux pas is always better than foie gras. Please choose another. Yeah. What is that message? Does anybody know that message? Holy cow. Where is... Let's go ask the internet. And it's not in there? I want a voice talking to me when I code. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? That's Twisted Natty B. What do we got here? Please select another debugger. I copied that message. I guess I need to... what is this thing?
Back in May. Yeah, you're on the same one as me.
That's the one I need. That's the message I had. Everything works as expected. You saw the most recent release. This is 22 May. Huh.
Pay no attention to the error message. All will be fine. Honest.
All right, let's try again. Well, wait. It's actually feels like it's running. The debugger's not running. I don't understand. I'm going to close everything down again, and we'll try one more time on this, and we'll see if that works. Let's kill every instance of Chrome. It's gone. One more time, and we're going to run it. Twisted Natty B, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're going to try to do something cool today. That's what I feel a responsibility. We just spent the first few minutes trying to get the machine to just, behave.
Yep. Got to get control of those tools.
Yeah. And work quickly, be responsive here. Okay, so this is loading up. That's loaded. It feels a little more responsible. Let's check and see what our task manager's at here. Task manager's a little slow. Task manager says I'm at 100%. Oh, there we go, dropping down to 9084. That's what I'm used to right there while we run. That's what I like. So I just think I had some heavy stuff just loaded up, and everybody's just kind of saying, I want a little bit of the CPU. And it was dragging it down to about 100%. And a restart of the machine solved it. I've totally been hesitating. Reluctantly, I've got a countdown of timers before I start that says do this, Mark, check this, check the green screen, check, audio, do all these checks. But I've been really hesitant to add a check that says restart machine, right, to do it. But now I'm thinking for the quality of the show, I'm going to maybe have to do that. I'd much rather figure out what is the problem, but that's hard to figure out. Let's see if we got this other thing solved.
The only other problem with a restart is it's very hard to restart if you've got pending updates.
Oh, you're right.
Because, avoiding those getting installed is a nightmare.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
But at least we work with software where a restart can cure things. If it was physical engineering, rebooting your car physically is a challenge. Yeah. The software side, sure, but tricky in the engineering field.
So, okay. Surly Dev
is in the house.
That's working.
Yeah, that's called pair programming. So that was really interesting. What's also interesting is I don't see the drone game up here and running on the screen. I'm going to come in and refresh that cache. It's as if I have a theory.
Is in the house.
I have a theory, and that now suddenly I think explains. I have a theory that it suddenly explains, to me at least, why we have this weird problem with OBS even after a restart. Is OBS caches the pages between sessions and reloads it. That's why when we come back in and we restart OBS, it's still doing the old stuff, I think. I think that's happening. That's why the drone game didn't load up, is my sense as well. So let's now see if we can start some music. And we can.
So regardless of whether it's just been started up or been running for hours, we need to refresh the cache after an extended period away.
Well, I'm tentatively about to conclude that. Yeah. By the way, Will Bennett, I missed his announcement there, his introduction. He dances with wolves but lets others sleep with the fishes. Here comes your cement shoes, kids. It's Will Bennett. I feel like we should record these and save all these so we can... Will, do you have these saved? I can actually modify the code to just pop these out randomly here if you've got these. You might want to collect those for me and bring those in. What else do we got out here?
Worldwake's wondering,
do I want one of those
too?
How does it feel, Will and Surly? Noisy. I'm saving them, Mark. Okay, it says Surly Dev. I'm going to do a PR with them. You're talking about Will Bennett's, I hope. I should have them, says Will Bennett. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to move those in. Those are really fun. Worldwake, I've totally got one envisioned for you. It's not over the top, but it's like, it's your moniker there, right? With kind of like the sun coming up. That's kind of what I'm playing with on there. But I guess when I have an over the top idea there, I'll take it there. But Average Guy is back. Average Guy is back. I love that name. Worldwake, if you want one, let me know. And if you want one, if you have a particular theme you're interested in, let me know as well. Because if you've got like something inspiring besides like, I've got like a sun kind of, morning kind of, rooster crowing idea in my head. But if you got something else that you want to do there, let me know. Let me know. Copperbeardy is here as well. Welcome, Copperbeardy. If Brendan shows up, if Brendan from Deb Chatter shows up, we've got an amazing fanfare for him if he shows up. I did that between yesterday and today, and so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Worldwake is trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Really? I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Interesting. Okay. Google it. It's like my favorite thing to say now. It's true. Google it. Let's go Google it. Worldwake. Oh, wow. Magic expansion. So Magic the Gathering is from Wizards of the Coast as well. Is that true? I did not know that.
Interesting.
Super cool. I did not know that. Now I've got a little more inspiration, but we got trademark issues too, so we got to be careful with that. So, all right. Cool. All right, so let's go look at what I want to do today. A little bit off topic, but I assume your beard was dark. How do you manage to get the light blue out of it? I'm not sure what you're asking, Awage Guy. My beard was dark when I was younger, like kind of a dark brown, and it's kind of gray and dark now in places. I put fresh color in today, just before today's show, about an hour or two ago. So I'm not sure what you're asking though. How do I get the light blue out of it? I just put dark blue on top of it. So what I want to do now, one of the things there's two things I want to talk about before. So we were talking about the roles here. Let's go see if we can come out here, click on initialize player data. That'll fill up these tabs. And if I click on one of these, it should change. And I think we won't lose the music, but we're going to lose the player. We'll lose the drones if I click on one of those. Let's not do that. Let's instead bring up the die roller here, and you'll just look at it here, so you don't have to. Waiting for the player data. Let's do that. Let's initialize the player data. That works. And that wasn't working before, if we recall, right? It was not working.
That was what set us on our
restart.
Investigative sort of journey.
Yeah, restart the machine journey, exactly. So we were talking about inspiration before. So if I come in here and say, let's do a roll
Absolutely.
here. What'd you say, Roy?
I said absolutely. We were indeed talking about inspiration. This was the thing you wished to demonstrate.
So like this. So I give everybody a 1d6 inspiration die. It adds to the regular checks, whatever those are. So if I come in here and say, let's do an athletics check for everyone, go, like that. There it comes out, and you see now it's loading it up because it's that first time load. We do that one more time, everything should be a lot smoother. There you go. There's the graphics on that. That's what we're expecting to get on this. So, so that's the inspiration rolls. But when we did this, Dungeon Master was like, well, the way I've done inspiration in the past is that people, is that the player gets to say when they want to use it. So they do the first roll, and if they fail, and they want to use their inspiration dice, they can use it then. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was just something you get, because when we played the one time, he said, you guys get a D6 on every D20 roll, because we had done something pretty amazing. So, so what that means is changing the UI to add a button here to roll it afterwards, and more complex, changing the game engine, the die rolling engine in the background, to be able to handle an interruption and then change it. Now, we've already done this once with the luck rolls. So if I come in and say, like, for the active player here, we're going to do like a skill check out here. And if I have the ability as a sorcerer to come out and say, well, let's do a luck roll low on that and throw it out there. That got a 17, but I can now do this to change it to a lower number, an 11. And now we can change that around. 11 plus 3 got to 17. Oh, plus the inspiration over here. That makes sense. Okay. So it's still
presumably we've got a kind of a time limit in which you can do that, because eventually if you don't, then the dice are removed and the whole exercise is over.
Right. So there's a time limit there. There's you've got about 9 seconds to throw this other one in. So this same kind of thing we need to figure out with inspiration if we're going to change it to the Dungeon Master spec. The other thing the Dungeon Master said he wants to do is he wants to sometimes have ability checks that are not these, but are down here, just a flat out strength ability check. So it's kind of like a skill check, but it's not any of these. So you don't get your proficiency bonuses. So I haven't done that. That's what I want to do first here. So I want to do like a strength check here is what I want to do. I don't think this works yet. I just added these. I'm passing the data in. I think it might be getting it on the bottom, but I don't think we're going to use the actual strength bonus, which is +3 for Lady McLovenuts here. So let's try that, see what happens. I think it's not going to get a +3. We got the, complete. There's no +3 there. So we're missing that. We need to go find that. And skill check, it should say strength or something like that instead of just skill check, complete failure. So that's kind of what we're looking at changing now. So let's go into the code and figure that out. And then we'll be happy if we get that thing off of our list. So I want to get to die roller. Was it Lady McLovenuts? Yeah, that was Lady McLovenuts. She's an excellent player, by the way. When this thing goes live, we've got some really funny players. She killed a mimic, which was in the form of a door, right, on our first outing. And she's like, I'm going to reach down and into the side of it, and I'm just going to take it and just smear its guts all over my face. We were dying. It was so funny what she was doing. We were like, oh my God, it was really awesome. So she's great. We've got other great characters out there. I think it's going to be a really funny show. Really happy with that. Holy cow, Surly Dev. Please keep the meters per second reasonable on that. Okay, so let's go open up. We want die roller. We want to get out here to, well, let's see if I can do this. I don't think I can yet. If I jump to symbol, please roll die. Are you going to be smart enough, CodeRushed? CodeRushed gets it! Look at that! The file's not open. CodeRushed found it. Nice. I need to, by the way, update CodeRushed. I haven't updated CodeRushed in a couple weeks, and there are some later, more recent builds. Okay, so we are now at a point where we're at a skill check here. Let's look at die roll type. What do we got? Skill check is what I'm expecting this to come down as. Need to roll bonus dice there. Get modifier. This could be our breakpoint. Let's try that as a breakpoint and see what happens. It could be, we might be at a simple kind of thing here. So let's try skill check, strength, go. Rolling a 1 again. Nice, look at this. I got a modifier on the skill check. Let's see what happens in this code. Go inside. Okay, wait. Skill check is 0. Okay. Let's run it. Let's go up to the WPF app and see what we're sending out. Just view the code over here. See if I got anything here, like anything like a skill check.
I wonder if that actually does make sense, though, because you've presumably got an enumeration of the available skills to which you've not yet added these new values. So it can't set it to any of the existing values, and therefore 0 kind of makes a sensible default.
Let's see. Let's see what happens in here. You might be right. I thought I added them, but we'll see. I'm going to hit the button again. Skill check. There's a breakpoint. Let's go inside and see what's happening here. It's going to go right in here. Selected item. So there it is, strength. And then I'm going to call to skill. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, there's my problem right there. Okay. So we're going to get this in here. We're in a breakpoint. That's why the music just stopped here. So we're going to say strength. Come on. And do I have the strength out there? I'm pretty sure I modified it to add it, is what I did. Yeah, there it is right there.
There you
so
go.
There's strength.
So your enumeration's up to date, just your conversion, not so
oh
much.
My God. Look at
And
CodeRushed.
there you go. Look at that. That is beautiful, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool. And then I think that's it. I think that's all the code I have to write. Let's run it and see now what happens on the other side. Okay. Strength check. Look at that. Success. And we got a 6 and a 6, but we didn't get our bonus, our modifier. So we want to go back out and see where our modifier is here. Set that breakpoint again. One more time on that side. Roll it one more time. Oh my gosh. Was this going to be awesome? Like it just is, that's the only code we have to do. Bonus roll. Nice roll. Look at that. All right, let's go in here. Now let's see. Skill check is much bigger number. Excellent. Oh, but we need to do the same thing down here. Okay. So we're going to come in here and we're going to say, this I don't think CodeRushed will be as smart for us. Strength. And do I have, it's ability mod strength, I think is what it is. Get mod from ability. And it's going to be ability dot strength, I think. Let's just double check this code. Yeah, that's it. It's just going to take my ability score minus 10, divide by 2, and floor it. That is going to be what I want. And let's see if I can do, yeah, I can't use, so we after strength, it's to dexterity, I think. Like that. And then after dexterity, it is intelligence, I think. Is that right? Let's look at that. Constitution is next. That's all right. We can do this one here. Go down here, Constitution. Come down, Charisma. And Wisdom. And I think that's it. Right? And then now I should, I have to refresh. So let's continue and then we'll refresh. And that might get us our plus bonus. Holy cow. I'm just learning programming, and everyone says that method functions should have fewer lines, as few lines as possible. But seeing your code, you're obviously experienced in your code is having a lot more lines than method functions. What gives? Will Bennett says he leans more on the procedural side. Well, sometimes we have, well, like this. I don't know. This is like, I think, not a lot of lines of code. You can take a look at here. If we go through here, not bad. But some of the complexity has a lot of rules in it. Like if we look at please roll dice and some of the other pieces that are in here, they are fairly big. Right here, new test elf, I'm just setting data. This is just data here, so that's not really an example there. Go back into the dice roller. What do we have here? Report roll results. Yeah, there's a lot of ifs and else's, a lot of branching things here. Some of this could be extracted into methods and cleaned up, but has not been done yet. But I generally totally agree with that in general. However, sometimes I get into places where the logic all goes kind of together, and it's a bunch of if, and it's going all these different directions. And that's kind of the code I end up with, and I don't end up changing that code rarely. So I often end up with a few big methods. We come over here and look at my C# code. I think my C# code, I think it looks a little bit better. Well, I don't know. Here, prepare roll. We got a bunch of if checks here where we're checking different kinds of rolls to prepare. And then we go through the rest, and we've got, well, what's this? Update the clock. Again, we've got a bunch of ifs where we're checking a bunch of different things. And there, yeah, you can see my procedural leanings there, right? Where we're doing those checks, right? So yeah, I don't know. Kind of a bit of a mix here of stuff, of different pieces.
The other thing worth considering is that when you're sort of writing the code out in the first place, you've either got useful tools with you or you haven't, okay? So what you can find yourself doing is to write a very large piece of code, but without necessarily, you've got tools to fall back on to pull this apart later on. So for example, say you've got a 50-line piece of code, you may be playing with the logic. You may be moving things up, moving things down, nesting it further, unnesting it, and until it settles, it's hard to be certain of exactly how to pull out and extract those pieces appropriately, because you might find yourself having to inline them again and just reverse what you're doing. So occasionally I find that the code stays in long form for just a little longer, and then there's kind of like a refactoring phase where you go and you tidy it up after the fact.
Well, then it says, usually when I see a lot of ifs, I think, Lucy, you got some refactoring to do. That's my best Ricky Ricardo impersonation. The best I've got.
That really sends me back now. That's an old reference now.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah, when I see a lot of ifs. That's from the Lucille Ball show. Yeah. No, I'm kind of with you, but I'm like, I'm also, when I'm in that state, I'm like, it's like when I refactor those kinds of places, it usually doesn't get significantly better, I find. I do break it up into smaller methods, but I'm not at a point where it's significantly better. It's maybe a little better. Is kind of where I get. I don't know who speaks on the stream beside CodeRushed, but thanks for the input too. That's Rory Becker from the UK.
Hey,
Hold
average
on.
guy.
I'm hearing like 2 music streams at once, it feels like. Is that true or not? I felt like I was... Yeah, it feels like I'm hearing 2 different music streams. Why is that? Maybe not. Or is one fading out? Yeah, hold on. Let me stop this. Here go. You're going to say goodbye, Surly Dev. No, it was just 1. That was weird. It sounded like it was 2, though.
Just a layered piece of music, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's check it out now. I'm going to have to click one of these anyway. We're going to lose. All right. So there is, and let's do the die roll on here. We'll mute this one and get it out of the way. We'll do it live on the stream. So we're going to do a strength skill check, and nothing happened. Oh wait, we switched to Will Bennett here. Hold on a second. Bushwhacker. Let's go there. And now we're going to go try again. We're going to do a skill check. No dice are rolling. Do I need to refresh? I probably need to refresh. Current page. Waiting for that scroll bar to disappear. For instance, being able to create a dictionary map, which is essentially synonymous to a function where the key is automatically checked for being inside the dictionary, defined somewhere else, which has dynamically defined pointers to functions or whatever other logic we need. Yeah. I don't necessarily find that. I don't have a lot of experience with doing that and at the end saying, yeah, that was way better. I still at some point have got initialization where I'm binding things together. I think it makes the code itself a little more obscure when you're going through it. I don't have a great solution to it. I don't have a great solution that ends up in really readable code. I don't necessarily like the readability of what I've got. I think that there's probably a good solution, but it involves more thought than what I'm applying to it. Okay, so one more time here, switching, let's see if we can hide the scroll. We can. All right, and let's do a skill check for strength over on the stream and see if we get our modifier now with it that we're hoping to see. Strength -5. My strength modifier is a -1. How do we get to a -5? All right, let's set a breakpoint over here.
D&D gods are really punishing you there.
Yeah, I felt like that was not nice. We're going to have to test it over here. We're going to roll it here on this test. We'll see it, I think, both places. Where are we? The dice roller. Is it going to have... I don't think we made any changes. Get skill mod. Nice. Even though we didn't make any changes to it. We did make changes to it. Okay, yeah, so it's got us there. All right, cool. So let's see what's going on here. Let's we'll set a breakpoint right there and see what happens with that. So we're going to do one more time. Wait, maybe I didn't have that active player right. No, wait, it did. It had the purple die come out. Let's run it one more time and see what happens when we get to that breakpoint. So we're at a 9 on this one, and so our 9, it's -5 there. Strength is, it's coming in with my strength. Oh no, wait, that's ability strength of 1. Okay, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Ability score,
-10.
I see what I'm doing.
-9 over
I'm
2.
passing the wrong thing in. I'm passing in ability, not the actual score. That's what I'm doing.
Right, so a pointer to the concept rather than the value of the concept.
I see it. Okay, so what's the best way to do this? Hold on. So base wisdom, get moderate. So I'm going to have to pass in. I feel like I'm missing some properties in here. My strength mod, dexterity mod, constitution. Wait, here we go.
Yeah.
Constitution mod. Okay, hold on. So constitution mod says get this constitution mod, but constitution mod, base constitution, are these going to be set automatically? I think I need to change this code. I feel like I need something along the lines here that says basically, if not constitution mod, then constitution mod is equal to this. Like that. If not this dot constitution mod. I think I need that there for constitution mod. And then I need that, I need to find dexterity mod. I need to do the same thing here. And I think I need to do this. I'm going to go select all of these like that. And the word constitution here. So I've got all of those. Cut those to the clipboard. And then paste them in. And then change it to dexterity. Like that. That's CodeRushed if you haven't seen that before. Strength mod is right there. Paste it in and change it to strength. Notice it's giving me the uppercase right there. Intelligence mod.
So the only thing I'm curious about there, that you're saying if not, suggesting that you perceive a case where it'll be undefined, and yet if it was undefined, the returning the undefined would surely have caused a cumulative error outside the property.
You think it's never going to be undefined, is what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying, if it was, wouldn't we have noticed? There
I
have
don't
been some
know.
miscalculation or error in the console.
I'm not sure these are being used yet because this is down in the.
Okay.
This is down low level, so I'm not sure if it is or not. Charisma, like this. Yeah, I'm not sure. And wisdom is, I think, my last one. My wisdom mod. So this is wisdom. Like that. I think that's the last one. I've done all 6 of those. And I'm not sure if I need to specifically say undefined. I think Roy! It's Codebase Alpha. All right, Codebase Alpha's with us. Welcome, Codebase Alpha. I'm wondering where Brendan Nias is. Where's Brendan from Dev Chatter? He's got to show
Why don't you
up.
poke him? Come on.
I'm not going to do it.
Bring him in.
But if he shows up, he's got an amazing one. Yeah, Codebase Alpha's there. Check out his stream. All right, so we need to change our code back over in our dice roller here. Is that right? Or is it character? It's character, I think, is where we were. We were down here in
I
character.
forget what the calls were.
Let's see what CodeRushed tells us here. We were in Get Skill Mod,
Skill
I
mod
think.
on character. There we go.
So, yeah, thanks, CodeRushed. So this right over here is our Code Places feature, including global history, and file places, things like that. So things that we're working on in different files. So that's how I got myself back here. All right, so instead of saying get mod from ability, I want to say this dot, I think strength mod is what I think we're calling it, right? Strength mod, like that. So there's strength mod. This is going to be this dot dexterity mod, like that. This one is going to be this dot intelligence mod, like that. Had to cancel my stream today. Too many meetings. Oh, well.
At which point he decided to show up here.
Welcome. We're making it through the stream.
Always
we're getting through.
here.
Every day it's like we barely get through, it seems like. All right, so now let's clear that breakpoint because I'm kind of feeling.
That's going to work better.
Yeah, I think it's going to work better. I'm going to say
yeah.
the same thing. We're going to do the same thing. Let's also refresh out on in our world out here. Let's come in here, properties, refresh cache current page as well. Waiting for player data to be initialized. Waiting for that scroll bar to go away. It's taking a long time for OBS to load this page. That's like much longer than it should take, right? I almost feel like I could come in here and refresh this one, and this will refresh faster. Here it comes. There, it's done before this other one is. Yeah, something's wrong. All right, well, I'm gonna just keep going with. Let's change players.
Viva Wolfhard!
Look at that.
Ooh, there's some perf.
Who is slowing me down, kids? No, Visual Studio says it's up at 21%, 24%.
Wow.
Come on, Visual Studio. I did a refresh over here. You should be good and happy. Everything should be good. Yeah, OBS is not liking that. I wonder, let's switch OBS back to main screen up here. See what happens here with my CPU. I'm at 90, not bad, but still Visual Studio is pretty high. Pretty high. So debugging I'm debugging Visual Studio, and I say let's note the time. I want to.
Yep.
I think I want to get some more diagnostics into what's going on with the performance issues here. So if we don't have any clues, I think I want to start adding them. Okay, so let's initialize that player data. Let's change our character. Let's do a strength skill check on Merkin, active player. Now I'm expecting my -1. Perfect. Sweet.
There we go.
All right, so that's good. Let's unmute this so we can hear that dice rolling. Strength check success. Let's switch it to a dexterity check. And we'll run that. Here comes the dexterity check. My dexterity modifier is +2. So we should see a 9. Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's check every one of these. Skill check, Constitution. 16 plus 2, 18, good. And intelligence check. My intelligence gives me a +1. Yep, excellent. And whoops, I just rolled again. I want to do wisdom next. Here's a wisdom. My wisdom is +1. Okay. And the last one is charisma.
Looking good so far, eh?
Skill check, and that should be +3. And I get a bonus roll. This is going to be a high score. So that should be 33. Look at that. Nice.
Nice. Very charismatic.
Thank you. Thank you, Rory. I feel good about that. Now, what I want to do next is I want to have right-click menu items on these right here. So I can right-click, just like I can right-click on this and say perform animal handling check. And when I choose that over here, this is going to change to animal handling, and then it's going to roll the dice. Just like I have a fast way to do that, I want a fast way to roll a strength ability check. So I want to right-click here. I can right-click down here, perform a strength saving throw, but that's different from coming up here and right-clicking and saying I want a strength ability check. So that's what I want to do next. Okay? So let's do that. So that is going to require some changes out to main window. Let's view the designer. How are you doing on time, Rory, by the way? We're meeting later today. We're recording.
We are meeting in, I want to say 4 hours.
Okay. Mark the time, 4 hours.
Mark the time, Mark. This time.
4 hours.
Yeah. I got another maybe 10, 15 minutes at most, and then I got ahead. But yeah, I will meet up with you a little later anyhow.
No worries. All right, so let's go find this. This is actually not here. It's in the character sheet, which is right here. All right, and let's see. Let's go find strength. Stat box. Group background. It's interesting. These are not indented the way I want them to be indented here. So I've got the group background is here, and that's for the strength. And I'm pretty sure it's right where we're talking about. This is like one of the spots we want to mess with here. So let's check. Let's do this, and I want to just drop a marker there. Go find a menu, context menu. Here we go. There's that, and now we're going to say a strength skill check is what we're going to say here, and then we're going to say strength skill check, click, like that, and actually we won't be able to do that for now because we're not at a breakpoint, so we're going to need to get to a breakpoint. Let me drop a marker here, get back out to, let's go in here, tab to next reference. So I'm going to just set a breakpoint here so I can use edit and continue. So I'm going to, in my UI, I'm going to come into that strength saving throw, right click it and say perform it. That's going to give me my breakpoint, which I don't really care about, only so that I really only did that so I can hit escape to jump back up here and now come in here and create a new event handler. I think I can do this, and from here rename it. I can't rename it from the other place, but rename it here. And now that I've done that, I can use multi-select to just grab strength like that, copy it to the clipboard, paste it in, and now we're going to walk down the line and make all those other changes. So we've got Constitution right there. Come down, paste it. After that, we've got, let's see what else we got. Wisdom, and we've got Dexterity, and we've got Intelligence. And whoops, that was intelligence. CodeRushed spell checker catches that for me. Thank you for that. And then charisma. Am I done, Rory?
It's usually 6 of them, isn't it? That sounds about right.
Do I have 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6. Okay. So those are those on that side. So good. Now I can run again, and I can make the rest of the changes up over here. Although I should be able to check right now. Just right click here. Yeah, there you go. Perform strength skill check. So I was in the right place there. So I can right click here. Can I right click down here too? Yeah, cool. I can right click anywhere on this area here. So that's what that group does, is it defines this clickable area here.
Sure.
Okay, so perform the string skill check. Now I'm going to set a breakpoint there. Let's see if we can get this one working. No breakpoint?
Huh.
What happened here? This change is
Oh,
not
it's not
supported. It didn't like the rename. Okay, what about this? Can I do this and now this? You gonna give it to me now? Yeah, I know. You're laughing if it works now.
No. I think that's going to be great. It's going to work. I think you should add to your CV professional wrangler of edit and continue.
I know. That's what I feel like I can
know?
do. I feel like I can make edit continue do things that most people can't make it do, right? It's like
You're a magician of edit and continue.
I actually reached out to the Visual Studio team saying, guys, are you got plans for pushing this in the future direction? Then I went to my team and they were like, well, not really. What do you think about doing? And I basically came up with a list of like 20 something limitations, and out of them, I think 13 I had workarounds for. And then I was thinking, well, maybe I'll make it a product. I put it into CodeRushed. So then I went to the team and I said, hey, team, check this out. And I presented the idea, and they came back with, that's a lot of research, Mark. That's a lot of work. But that's kind of what I do, is I say, hey, here's a way we can do something that everybody thinks is impossible, where we create this, and I do this with my hands, but it's indicating a safety net, right? Where we might have one line of code that just is like a line of string from a net, right? And it solves one small problem, and we get others nearby, and we just kind of build that safety net. So here's the strength skill check. Where's my skill check requested? Like that. And then, is it going to be as easy as this? How easy would this be?
Wow.
I'm going to be
That'd be good.
so excited if that just works. Got to roll. 10, -1 for me. Look at that.
Hey, score.
Okay, so look, I may lean procedurally, but look at the fix, kids. It was like one line of code right there, right? So every once in a while it pays off, the coding style that we're using here. So let's fix the rest of these here. Let's go in and do, we're going to grab this. Oh, actually, you know what I just realized? If I grab from here to here, oh, look at this. This is really clever. Watch this. Because I've been manually adding that ending tag. If I just did this, there's strength. And if I did this, like that, and I now
Regulars
copy.
will see this coming now, right?
Look at that. I go from here to here to copy that, right? Now I go to the end of the next background, which is here, and this is for dexterity, and I select that and paste. Look at this. And then type in dexterity. What?
Oh, didn't quite work. Extra greater than symbol, line 59 at the end.
Oh, I have to delete and then paste. It looks like it didn't paste replace. Oh, that's a CodeRushed bug, Rory.
Yep.
So here's the bug. The bug is when we have a mega super copy on the clipboard and there's a selection and we paste. We need to delete the selection. Okay. All right. That's all right. We can do that manually. We're still going to save time on this. Next one is Constitution. So there it is right there. Delete, paste, Constitution. Better. Okay. Come down here, delete, paste. This is going to be intelligence. Like that. Mark the time, says Hugo Dahl, who's out there.
Indeed.
And
no,
then
the studio seems less than happy with the new stuff added. I don't know if it's...
it's okay, because it says didn't find any elements to update, because it's a context menu. When I right-click it, it's going to figure it out. Because it's beautiful. This is wisdom. Like that. And this one is charisma. Like this. Charisma. Like that. And now we don't even have to run because we're not even at a breakpoint. So now if I come down here, perform intelligence skill check, switch over here, we should see a +1 on the 17. What? Wait, what? Strength check. What? Oh, wait, hold on. Am I binding? Charisma skill check. Wait, what's going on? There should be nothing going on.
We have nothing going on so far. There's no code that should be executing.
I think that's a live XAML issue right there. Perform intelligence check. It's doing a strength check. That's like sad to me. It's coming out here.
It's hooking everything up to our first, despite no request to do so.
Yeah, why is it going here? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It should, this, unless I'm in the wrong place, I don't think so.
It's almost as if Studio doesn't appreciate that CodeRushed pasted and replaced, pasted a variation on the source.
Yeah, let me take this one away and run it, continue to run it. And then let's come in here, right-click the fails, choose this one. Now nothing's
Okay,
happening. Hold on, though,
interesting.
but do I have my breakpoint on charisma? Is that where I put it? I forget where I put the charisma. Strength. It goes to strength. Charisma goes to strength. Why? That doesn't make sense at all. I'm going to undo that and delete. Where's charisma? Did I really? No, it's going to charisma skill check.
It is correct, isn't it?
Okay, wait, let me do this. It's this trick right here. That's what I've got to do. To convince edit and continue, I got to cut and paste.
That's the no seriously move.
That's
I
the
really
seriously
did
move.
mean this.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Running now, and now I bet it works. So let's go in and check our breakpoints here. I got a breakpoint on Constitution. Let's see if we can get to that. Whoops. Constitution. No! Oh, I think I'm going to restart.
Wow.
That is, I think I tricked Visual Studio. What if I did this? I think I can trick it. I can still trick it. Let's do this. I'm going to do selection increase on grid sheet, cut it to the clipboard. Okay. Go over here.
Sledgehammer of no really.
Look at it, and then come back, paste it, come back in here and see Constitution, skill check. Ah, there you go. You see, it just needed some help.
The right level of wrangling as
Yeah,
well.
that's what it is. Isn't that a little bit crazy? There's Constitution right there. I feel like the Visual Studio team should watch this show sometimes, because it's...
Yeah. Why not?
It's a thing, Sometimes we talk about Visual Studio. You never know. Intelligence right here. I just realized I could have saved some time if I had marked that a little bit.
Did not change dexterity. It says wisdom as well.
Oh, thank you.
Line 711.
DX. There it is right there. All right, so
Yeah.
there's that. Let's run it.
Everything's just gonna work.
Yeah, Codebase Alpha found it too, I think, the dexterity one right there. Okay, Constitution is +2. Good. Intelligence, check. Boom, right there. Intelligence check comes out there. 3 plus 2 as well for Merkin. So we switch over to Lady McLovenuts over here, and we say, let's do...
Intelligence did a +1.
That might have been because I switched. Is that true or no?
Were you Merkin at the time?
Yeah, I
'Cause
was
think he had
Merkin.
+1.
I was Merkin. Wait, these are not changing as I change here. Wait, look at this. These
Huh.
are changing on the right. The ones on the
Yeah.
left are not. Is that because I...
Is it because you disconnected it?
I disconnected it and reconnected it, Rory. That's what it is. Holy cow. Okay, so I lost the named named pieces. All right, because I'm pushing things a little too hard. That's, I think, fair to say. All right, let's close everything down, and let's restart. Is what I think I want to do. With so many options, it must be hard to debug. Do you mean options on this? You mean these, like this? Is this what you're talking about? UI options?
Maybe.
Awage guy. I love this name. I love how hard it is for me to say that.
It's kind of challenging, isn't it?
Yeah. Hard to debug. Well, I don't know. A lot of these
I
options.
guess there's a lot of combinations of things that you might
Yeah.
want to do.
These
So,
are just, these are all attached to one event handler right here. And there's a tag or something that's going on. So we're just like coming in here and making one change here. Like that. It is, we basically, when we work on something, we work on it one element at a time, but there are combo kinds of things, right? I can run, for example, a skill check like this, and then change it with a luck roll high like that. And so we have to be able to freeze the dice, roll out a good luck die. Ooh, look at that. That's, and a bonus roll on top of that. Oh, look at the logic of this thing working, followed by a 1. So, but not bad. But that's like very cool, right? So we've got a bunch of state-related decisions that are being made, and combos. So we kind of have to go out and check those. Is what we have to do. All right. I don't necessarily feel it's super hard to debug. I'm not sure why I got that lightning strike right there, though. That was kind of interesting. Okay. Let's finish up what we got to do here. And I think we got to restart to finish up. Before I do that, though, I want to add the menus out over here while we're still running, because these don't have those menus. These are a different set. So I want to grab and change whatever I have to do to make those changes there. And what is the best way to do this, I think? I'm going to try this. I'm going to mark this. No, wait, not there. I want to go to startup here. I want to grab this and mark this. So mark that. And I think I want to come down here to strength 2. Wait, this is a stat bot. Oh, here we go. Here's the group background. No, that's acrobatics. This is, let's see if this is where we are on here. I'm going to, my question is this here? Is it this guy right here? And I think it is. Yeah. So stat strength 2 does not have, my modifiers here, doesn't have the group box around it that this has. So this has the group box. Can I do this? I think I might be able to do this. Let's add the group background. So does that mean then that if I'm here and if I click up here though, it is working. Oh, I've got the group backgrounds up above. They're just not right next to them. That's what I've done. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to paste in. Looks like I didn't quite get the paste right. Oh, I grabbed the whole thing. Hold on. I just want to grab in. I want to take from here to there. And, oh no, wait, not to there. From there to there to get rid of the group background. And put that in there and paste that. So now if I come in here and paste, I get this. That's constitution, not strength. Okay, so let me try again, get the right one. Or should I just do the thing again where I'm typing? That might make sense here too. I was going to alt switch back and forth. Interesting. All right, so let's try it like this. Come in here. And paste like that. There's my strength saving throw. Coming down here. And then come down to the next one. So is this for a specific game? Is the question. And paste. Come down to the next one. Or more for general dice like rolling game. Bro, you want to answer that? Because I'm...
Yeah, well, I mean, that's an interesting question. Essentially, what you're seeing here is we are programming various things, various ways. And this is our stream of effectively dog food in CodeRush and showing how we're going to build this thing. However, Mark has a second stream that will be in the offing hopefully fairly soon, wherein he and some comrades will be doing some Dungeons and Dragons. There is going to be a Dungeon Master. There are going to be characters. This is basically an entertainment show, and I, for one, cannot wait to see it. However, in order to run such a thing, we want to have the most efficient Dungeon Master tool set going. So we have the ability to inflict damage on people. We have the ability to have potions that have specific effects, graphical effects over the top, as well as effects to the characters. And as you can see now, we have the ability for Dungeon Master to invoke skill checks, cause dice to roll, basically to speed up all of those manual steps, all of the calculation, the weighting that happens when you're in a normal Dungeons and Dragons game, and to effectively get all of that out of the way of the players and the Dungeon Master so that we can just keep things flowing really well.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to do. Let's go ahead and close everything down, and we're going to restart everything up again, is what we're going to do. So let's do that. Let's close down the die roller. Close down Mr. Announcer Bot and kill every instance of remaining of Chrome. Those are gone. And start up one last time here, one more time. Maybe not a last time. Now, when we've done this, when we do this, the streams, fanfares are all reset. So Surly Dev, Will Bennett, Hugo, you folks out there, if you don't want to see your stream, just a reminder, you can proceed. Once we get started, your your first chat message with an open bracket. All right. So coming in here, and there's the die roller right there. Let's, I'm going to send out an initialize player data. That's going to do this right here. Let's switch over to the die roller so we can test this. Like that. And I'm about to update the stream as well. It's a long refresh. We are background loading. Kind of interesting. So what's interesting is maybe I should, before I start background loading, I should wait 5 seconds before I start.
Yeah.
The very first time.
It is nice to see the progression of that going past, however.
Yeah, I think the background loading is slowing down the regular loading. That's what I think may have been happening before. By the way, if I come in here and do this now, watch this. This should do like 4 or 5 seconds. Here we go. Done, and now it starts background loading. See, I need to wait on my background loading. Do you guys have a Twitter, CodeRushed, and a Rory Becker CodeRushed? Would be awesome if you typed your Twitter in chat. Yeah, I can do that right now.
Indeed, yeah. There we go.
And this one is me. And normally when I'm on a page right here, you can see my Miller mark right there underneath. We've got a scroll bar kind of blocking that right now because we're reloading. But that's normally what you see there. So let's see what we want to do. We're going to call initialize player data. Let's switch things on here so we can see this. Initialize player data. We'll call that. There's Hugo.
He's in the house.
So funny. Brendan's probably not going to show up for another week or two. That's probably what he's going to do. He's just not going to be. He's just not going to show up, and it's going to just sit there, and nobody's going to know how awesome it is. All right, let's go in and see if we can do this. So we're going to say we want to right-click here and perform a constitution. Oh, it says saving throw. I copied the wrong ones.
Oh. Still, a little bit of text is all.
It's going to do a saving throw. Yeah. It's I copied the wrong ones. It's not only the text, but it is the
Oh, of course, the event handler. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the event handler too. So let me drop a marker here. Charisma was in the wrong place. Here we go. Charisma. So I'm going to go here. So this is a cool way of using markers in CodeRushed. So I've dropped a marker in the other location. I'm going to copy here, and then I'm going to Alt-Shift-Home. That's going to take me down here, select and paste. Alt-Shift-Home, back up, go to the next place, grab it, copy, Alt-Shift-Home, go up to the next place. I'm just going back and forth between the two different places, making those changes like this. Mm-hmm. Alt-Shift-Home, back and forth, and paste. There it is. There's my skill check. Next is my constitution. I'm just hitting Alt-Shift-Home, going back and forth between the two places there. Like that. Alt-Shift-Home. Here's my dexterity. Copy, Alt-Shift-Home. There's my dexterity. And the last one is strength. Oh, he's here! Brendan's here! Look out! There's some dinosaurs.
What gives it away?
Whoa! Oh, dev chatter. Nice. Mr. Announcer Bot says, fantastic. Brendan A.S. says, entered the building. There you go. He loves it. Brendan A.S. says, hype.
I think he's a fan.
Yeah. You like it? Not bad, huh? Not bad. Got your green dinosaur in there and everything. Visual Studio is saying, hey, edit and continues not finding any elements to update, but I bet it's going to work if I right-click now. There you go. Strength skill check. Let's try it. Oh, what? It went out over here? It's using the old event handler still.
It's remembered it again.
Yeah, it's using the old event handler. But you know what? A restart's going to make it all work. So I'm not worried about those
Indeed.
for right now. So I'm okay with that. We're going to run that. Keep going. Run. And okay. So we took care of those things. Roy, if you want to go.
Yeah, I think perhaps now is the time for me to take my leave. I will see you in a few hours,
All right, buddy.
and I will catch up with everybody else. Oh, what do we say? And yeah, oh no, I'm not here tomorrow, so I'm here back next week.
All right, Roy.
See
We
you soon.
will see you soon. Thanks so much, Roy. Bye. All right. Roy and I later.
Panda.
Sad panda. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Definitely a sad panda. Let's get some music going since Roy's not with us anymore. What was I going to say about that? Let's see. Music. Oh, it's not going to start yet because we're still loading. We're still loading around here, and now it'll work, I think. Yeah. Roy and I are going to record later today a intro to CodeRushed. That's what we're going to do. We have major announcements for CodeRushed coming up. Why I say coming up? And one of the things we're doing is we're recording a getting started to CodeRushed piece. Also, I think I can say this. We have our first ever VS Code CodeRushed plugin. It's a very focused feature plugin that we are going to be releasing soon. It's called RushNav, and it works in VS Code, and I'll probably be showing it here, and we'll be talking about it, I think in the coming weeks. So Brendan says, send me the thing. Okay, we can do that. I'll get you access to that. We're just, finalizing license agreement, all the things you got to do if you ship a product, making sure everything's ready for it. But that's our first step. And our plan is to take a CodeRushed feature at a time and release it as an individual VS Code extension. This first one is going to be free. My guess is the next one's probably going to be free. The next one after that's going to be free. The next one after that's going to be free. And we're going to build this collection of free CodeRushed functionality pieces. So that's what we're working on. Yeah, Hugo says can't wait to see it. So it sounds like folks are happy about that. So we're moving our way there. For me, so I've moved CodeRushed over, I think, at least two major products. And I'm counting Delphi as the first one. And every time there gets to be a point where I have to get a certain minimum number of features before I can now develop in that environment and quickly do the things I need to do. And one of those is templates, and the other one is markers. I need both of those as my core kinds of features. So, Brendan says, I love the pieces approach. Yeah, well, every once in a while, at DevExpress, we do something right? We think, oh, strategy, let's try this. And what do you know? We get something right every once in a while. Yeah, I think it's a good approach. And actually, that's, totally unfair. DevExpress generally does a lot of things really, really well. I guess I'm speaking more for myself there in terms of strategy. Am I doing the right thing here or not? That'd be a very good way to get into VS Code, or is that what you were saying? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. That's our intention. That's what we're going to do. So stay tuned here. You'll probably hear about it first here. I'll show it to you first here. Brendan, I'll look and get you an advanced copy. If anybody else wants an advanced copy, you can email me at markm@devexpress.com. I'll see what I can do about getting you a copy of it. Brendan says, I liked a lot of the DX stuff that I've used. Yeah, so the first one is RushNav. It's going to be something to help you quickly get to the pieces you're interested in of code. Speaking of which, I should go out and ask this favor. Let me see if I can find this. Whoops, I seriously just start up Chrome. That is like the craziest thing. Excuse me about that. Let me go find what I want to do. I want to do this. I said Chrome, but not what I meant. Here we go. I wanted to come up here and I wanted to say VS Code, CodeRushed, images, embedded, Mark Miller. Case, let's see. A lot of other stuff. Let's try adding GitHub out here to this. I've used plenty of DX products right up until I started working at a competing company and they said stop, said Brendan. Okay, what do we got here? No. Come on, where is it? It's on, I guess I could just say site github.com. I think that may help me. No. That didn't help. What is it? Is that it? Hugo, help me. Thank you so much. That's the link we want to go to. Right there. This is it right here. Thanks so much, Hugo. That's the link Hugo put in there. Folks, if you're out there and you've not yet voted on this, I'm trying to get the number of votes of this thing up to about 130. We're at 94 right now, but if we can get it to about 130, we can put some super cool stuff into VS Code. All we need is for the Visual Studio team to allow an extension to change the line height, like we can currently do in Visual Studio, which allows us to add cool features like showing you watch values right underneath the line of code as you're stepping through if you're interested in that. Right? That's a feature called the debug visualizer. Another ability is the ability to put in latex formulas inside of source code comments. And we could also do embedded images as well. And also custom font sizes for comments, things like that. So there's a number of features we can do, but we just need to be able to change the line height, and then we got everything else. We just need to get about another 30 votes out here, and the Visual Studio team will be compelled to listen, and that's what we're looking for. I'm trying to get that compelled. So if you could do that, I need a VS Code command to put that link in chat. I can do it here. That's a good idea. Let's try that. Brendan says done. Thank you so much, Brendan. I really appreciate that. What is the best way, the best place to put that? I'm going to say Mr. Announcer Bot. I like this song. Let's go to Mr. Announcer Bot. And is that going to be right, or is it maybe better the overlay manager? Let's look at Mr. Announcer Bot first. Commands. All right, so something like this. This is in my constructor. So I need to set a breakpoint somewhere else. Let's do this. Set a breakpoint there. Set a message out in the chat room. Hey, like that. That should get, there's my breakpoint. And let's do something here. And what did we say we're going to call that? VS Code. Like that. Handle VS Code command, like that. And let's go. Drill in here. Nice. Look at CodeRushed helping me out there. And then I want to go, please vote here. Like that. And let's do one other thing. Are we still at a breakpoint? I think we are, right? Let's do this. I'm just going to execute this code right now and then delete it right after I execute it. So edit and continue gets that thing loaded. And now, And now I typed in V code. Did I get it wrong? Let's see if I got that wrong. Lost our music too. It makes me sad. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Those are Surly Dev stuff. Let's go look about where we were. V code. Gotcha. Okay. So that's not going to be okay. Let's gotta kind of do a couple things here. Here we go. Message received. Set a breakpoint here one more time. Fix that. Yo, there's my breakpoint. Now let's go back. VS code like that. Let's go back to where my breakpoint was. Add now this line of code. So bind that to it. And now run and continue. And now if we type in VS code, there you go. Please vote here. Sweet. So not bad. All right. Can we get music going again, kids, or no? There we go. I voted and you're getting by another nickname. Shh. Owwidge guy. Shh. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. Okay. We're working our way up there. Okay. Thanks for that suggestion, Hugo. Super appreciate that. Excellent suggestion. Okay. All right. And the last thing I want to look at is this idea of rolling inspiration later. I'm not sure I can do this easily. I'm nervous about this. This is like a high risk kind of change because you're dealing with state that is like, we've rolled it, we finished our state, we think we're done, and then we interrupt that. There's a moment where we might not be done and we change it. So I want to look at this carefully before we do it. Let's see if we can get that roll out there. So the change we want to do is we don't want to roll the inspiration unless somebody says roll inspiration. Do I really want to do that? I'm going to think about it, is what I'm going to do. And I think while I think about it, I'm going to change this so that when we put the names up here, we put the waiting for player data. Let's initialize that player data. Shimo. There we go. Let's do a refresh on the 3D dice out here. Yeah, I think it uses the old cache, and if we use the old cache, it uses the old signal R, and the old signal R doesn't get connected. Yeah, so that time it went away after refreshing the cache.
Merkin Bushwhacker.
So if you notice here on the live stream, we've got just the word Merkin here, but here it doesn't fit on these pieces right here. So I think I want to change that while I think about this inspiration thing, whether I want to change that or not. I think I do. For playability, I think I do want to change it. I guess I'm at that point. Let's see if we can fix this and change this real quickly or not. That's in my character sheets. I don't know where it is, though. Let's see. Name. That's what it is, right there. Okay. And the name, is that something I can change? It is actually something I can change. Can I make it read only? Is my question. Set from character. So let's change characters. Do I get a breakpoint there? Nope. I guess I have to do it with this. Okay. So, do I have a read-only option on this? I don't. Enabled? All right, cool. Then I wanted something here that says like get first name. Do I have a get first name in here somewhere? Get first name in TypeScript. But oh wait, right here in the main window. Let's get this out of here and move this somewhere else. All right, cool. Let's create a class, sturUtils, like that. Get first name, pop it in there. Let's make it static. Let's make it public, like that. Let's kill this, make this static, and cut that. Take it out of here. What's going on here with this? Deleting a method. Oh, okay, right. Let's go put it back. Just for now. Delete after debugging. Like that. Okay, come on. You should go away. There you go, good. Went away as if I commanded it to. There's sturUtils. Let's take that, move it to its own file. Except for it's in the wrong place. No, let's not do that. It doesn't like that. We're not going to move it there. We are instead going to take it over here and put it up here like that. How are we doing? You liking that, Visual Studio? I think Visual Studio is okay with that. Edit and Continue is okay with that. Then we're going to come in and say, where would we leave ourselves here? sturUtils.getFirstName of this character name. Like that. And let's create a function, and we'll do this. Like that. Like that. Let's declare it. And step box and name, and this should just be name. And we've set it, we've done that. Okay, good. Whoops. Stat box there and there. Okay, good. All right, so there's my set name. Then we're going to come down here and make this number 2. And that's 3. CodeRushed automatically guessed 3. I wanted 3 when I duplicated this line. Just to show you that again, I duplicated the line and said, hey, I think you want a 3 there. All right, so now we've got that. Let's rerun it. Shoot, that's not good. What does it not like? Okay, so it says you did something wrong, but you didn't do anything wrong. And I guess I got to restart. Okay, I'm going to restart. Let's kill Chrome. Kill this. It's restarting. Saves a bit of time looking up the link. You're talking about having the please vote here piece, right? Yeah. Thanks. By the way, that vcode command, Hugo, will not work the next time we restart. It only worked because I gave that to edit and continue incorrectly. VS Code will work. All right, so there's our die roller. Let's initialize the data. Cool, it says lady. Uh-oh. What was that? Is that because I changed? We had Hugo just come in. Oh yeah, I just wanted to have a go at it, says Hugo. Yeah, yikes. Brendan says yikes. It was like in and out for a second. I was like, what? And then silence. It's beautiful. I love that. I love the realization of that logo in over time. Okay, so that's cool. Also, I can't click on it to edit it anymore, which is good. That's what I want. I don't want to be able to change those names. So that's good. I feel pretty good about that. All right, let's look at this die rolling thing. Oh, did I seriously just shake this and now everything went away? Hold on, let's bring back Visual Studio. Let's bring back my chat window. All right. Let's see what we got here. I want to do, we want to roll initiative later. Inspiration later is what we want to do. That is going to be tricky, I think. Let's go look at the dice roller. Can I? Yeah, this is not easy. Okay, so I think the answer is yes, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it now, is kind of where the conclusion I've now starting to reach. Because, unless can I roll just an only inspiration roll? Let's see if I can. Because that'll certainly be easier if I can do that. I don't think I have any UI yet to do only inspiration. Yeah, so let's add a button. Let's just do that as a test at least, to see what we need to do here. Let's add a button right here. Okay, so there's my inspiration only roll. Like that. How's my button look? There it is right there. Okay, let's, we need a breakpoint on that. So, I'm sorry, we need to set a breakpoint in order to get edit and continue to here to get this. So I'm going to get that breakpoint and then come down here and get my new click event handler on this. Like that. There's my inspiration only. And roll the dice. Prepare roll. I have a dice roll type of inspiration only. I don't know if I do or not. I don't. So I need to add that. That's what I'm going to have to do for dice roll type. Now if I add it here, I got to come out and find it out here too as well. Yeah, I know you're not going to like that. There it is right there in dice layer.ts. I've got a TypeScript version of this as well. Let's come down here and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm doing them in the same order because we're moving them from one side to the other. The data is being sent through. And then now I want to check the type of this on, and I want to do it in the function please roll. Whoops. Please roll dice. And somewhere in here, is where I want this. If dice roll type is inspiration only. And then also want to come down here like this. I'm going to kill everything and start everything up again. So Codebase Alpha, if you don't want to see your thing 4 times in a row, once I restart, start your tweet with an open bracket. Your tweet, your post in the chat room. Give me a second. I'm going to close everything down again one more time. Did I kill everything? There's Chrome. Like this song. All right, so here's where we have to do our magic here. And let's do start. I think I have a fanfare disable command, maybe. What's my build error? Semicolon expected. Oh, okay. I'm going to set a breakpoint here anyway, because I'm going to have to do some modifications once I'm in there. All right, start. All right. So now, if I do inspiration only, well, let's initialize player data. And then we're going to do the active player, lady. Let's say it's a 1d6. I'm not sure if this is going to go through. Let's also add up here a group one of a 2d8. And let's say inspiration only and see what happens. So group inspiration goes across. We've got that. It's not a skills check, not a saving throw. Roll scope. Okay, here I want to change this. If it's a saving throw or if it's an inspiration only. Wait, do I want this? Dice roll type is active player. Maybe I'm okay here, actually. Dice modifier, not a chaos bolt. If it's attack or damage only, it's none of those. Now we're going through each one of these. And we're adding a player. Okay, so we're adding player 1. So that feels good. That means we added their inspiration as well. Okay, so let's roll it. Let's run. Okay, so I think that's not bad. I don't think anything happened over here because we don't have anything going on the other side, the die roller. But now if we go to the die roller, I think there's a couple things I want to check. One is I want to look at what we do. Well, I guess let's set a breakpoint here. Let's do this. How do we normally add inspiration? Let's go look at that. Let's just tap the next reference here. I think it's going to get us better results in the search. Where is this assigned is the question. Here it is. Add die from string. If inspiration, add die for player. Inspiration. Num d20s. So add dice for players, expecting to pass it to have a number of d20s to do. I've only got 1, 2, 3 calls to it. I'm going to add a parameter to num d20s, is what I'm going to do. Hesam Cal 2009 is now following. Thanks for that follow. I appreciate that. What are we doing here? Inspiration is there. Inspiration is there. Inspiration is there. Okay. So we're going to come in here like this. D20s, it's his number, and we're defaulting to 1. Add dice for player. Okay. So I'm not going to change this one. I don't think I'm changing this one. I'm not changing that one. And I'm just going to call it one more time. All right, like that. And I just saw the initiative, by the way. On an initiative roll, we definitely want to roll that inspiration. And it seems to me also on a skill check, you definitely want to do it because there are advantages to getting a very high skill check, I think. Well, actually, only if you get a natural 20, so maybe that's okay. All right, so let's see what we got here. Where's our if the type is inspiration only right here. Zero, like that. And I think if, I almost want to go as far as to say if it's like this. Might need to pull this code, says Brendan. All right, so there's that. We don't need this anymore, I think. Add dice for player. And so no D20s. There's a shot this will work. Set a breakpoint here and refresh. There's a refresh. Okay, now it looks like it's getting better. Yeah, it looks like I'm back, guys. Just dropped to 0. Looks like my upload speed's back to a decent speed, though. Let's download. There's my upload. Up. Yeah, it's good. Back now, but yeah, oh no, it's dropping down a little bit. Because I'm testing, maybe? See if it goes back up. Yeah, there you go. Back up again. Sorry about that, kids. Got a little laggy there. Speed test killed the video. Yeah, apparently did. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's try it again. So we're going to roll, do inspiration only. Let's add inspiration here and choose inspiration only. See what we got. This we got to change to num players. Yep. See where else this shows up. Just these two places? Just those two places. All right. All right, so can I still say I made changes? I made a comment in here. So I was about to call the ambulance for future reference. Does your stream have a DNR? Says Will Bennett. No. It has a definite R. I think my comment kind of messed things up. I'm going to keep running it and refresh one more time and just step through it again. See what's happening here. Do not refactor. Do not resuscitate. We can refactor and we can resuscitate. All right, inspiration only roll. Why am I not breaking? Because I didn't save it. Excuse me. One more time. All right, inspiration only roll. No breakpoint. So we never get down in here is what it looks like. Oh, well, I did not specify. Hold on. Let me specify inspiration actually. 1d6. So I didn't have that filled out right there. So let me try one more time. Inspiration only. Okay. So there's a player. Do we have inspiration? Let me set a breakpoint right here. Do we have any other players? Oh yeah, we're getting each one. I see. We do not get inside there. Pretty sure we're sending that out here. Pair roll. Here's where I think we were adding it. Okay, so we're adding the text 1d6 for player ID 2. So let's look at that. Nothing, nothing. There's player ID 2. What's going on? Why can't I have no IntelliSense down here. Inspiration. It's empty. Okay. So that might be the problem. We look at players. How are we adding players? Set player data. Set player data. Oh, you know what? We're getting this locally. Hold on a second. So changing it here doesn't send it. Hold on, are we getting it from the right place? This isn't set player data. Are we changing this ever? So we push there. Do we push anywhere else is the question. Or do we reassign anywhere else? I don't think we do. So that inspiration is not sent over there. I'm looking at it, I'm basically getting it from the wrong place, I think. Let's look at the dice roll data. Where's my ad watch? Because I'm not at a breakpoint? Is that my problem? That's probably why I don't get the ad watch in there. All right, that's why. Okay. Let's trigger it again. So here, add player is going to add it to the dice roll data that we send down. Player roll options. That's kind of what we want to be playing with. Let's keep running. And so in dice roll data, player roll options, length is 1, good. And there's inspiration is set, so we can see that like right behind me there. Right there. See that 1d6? Okay. So that, and then we're going to do something like this. Kids downstairs in the kitchen I can hear. Let's go look at player role options. Come on. You know, I was thinking I should just paste because I have something like this. What do we, did you notice that we have no more explosions? 6 positive won that battle. He doesn't talk about it. Yeah, that might be true. No more explosions. I've got everything up in the cabinet there, though, to be brought out at some point in the future. Play roll options dot inspiration is what we're looking for. And then I've got the player ID there as well. So we're going to come in here and we're going to say add dice for player. And we're going to go player role options dot ID, player ID. Player dot role initiative. Wait, what's the vantage kind right there? That's this piece. So we're going to say player role options dot vantage kind. The inspiration is there. And the last one is the number D20, 0. Okay, that might work and fix it. Let's run again. See what we got. Anything come out? Nothing's rolling. Let's drill in a little more. Inspiration only. What's going on? I hit F11, but it did not get me here. That's interesting. It's not going in. It's as if it's not refreshed. Let me try refresh on it. Maybe that's my problem. I think that's what I did. I failed to refresh it. And there goes the stream again. Or is it just me without video? Let's see what I got on my monitor. Looks like I'm good. I'm showing still live. All right, let's do it one more time. Initialize player data. Dungeon. Switch player. Let's give me a dice, a 1d8. Inspiration, roll inspiration only. Ooh, that looks good. Nice. Sweet. Okay. The group one doesn't roll, but the individual one does. Cool. I am a fan. All right, so that's not bad. I like it. I like the effect. It's nice. Okay, so there's an inspiration only roll. Now, I just want to check to make sure that if I have other people here but no inspiration, then nothing gets rolled. I'm only looking for a roll for Merkin here. That looks correct. Let's try again. Let's give Lady a 1d6 and say inspiration only. Good. So there's Lady's dice and there's mine. We don't have any totaling afterwards, and we don't have anything that stops the existing roll. So we got to kind of look at that. I am thinking though that I am going to work on that tomorrow. Is what I think I'm going to do, because I just kind of noticed I got some other things I got to do, and my head is acting like I'm a little bit, not totally on. And I notice when I kind of make mistakes, or if I'm a little slow in terms of brain power, it's a good idea to stop writing code. Before I do that though, I just want to get my mind set for what I need to do tomorrow. I want to look at the luck rolls and see what's going on there. No, I didn't want to be there. Let's go back to where we were. Please roll data. Expecting from here. Control search luck. Is it really going to jump me? Okay, bend luck. Those are the luck rolls. So what's bend luck do? So we need to do something a little bit like this. And I think you could almost argue that this is like a bend luck kind of thing. It actually is almost identical to a bent luck, because we're actually changing the number. Yeah, this is what we're going to work with tomorrow. I think we're going to work with Bendelux tomorrow and get that done. Okay, with that said, I want to say thanks to everybody for hanging out with us. Let me go find out who's out there that we follow that are streaming right now. InstaFluff is always fun to go watch. Let's go take you guys over to InstaFluff. We're going to do that. Scroll is blocking code. I hear you. Sorry about that. Let's. Can I hide the scroll? Interesting. Hiding the scroll's not working. Looks like I need to refresh that cache. Whoops, that was the front overlay, not the back. The scroll overlay is in the back. There it is right there. Yeah, I think it was refresh. So that means send that data out. Now when we block, we can hide it. So much fun.
Eva.
So much fun. All right, guys, we're going to send you over to InstaFluff. Ulanyej says, sorry for my bad English. What are you doing now? What's the program's name? It looks good. So we're about to stop the stream is what we're about to do. I'm about to pass you on to InstaFluff. But I'll give you a quick demo before we get out of here because it's kind of fun to do it. I'm working on a Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master app, an app for the Dungeon Master that allow the Dungeon Master to manage the players like this, but also will show live video effects over the stream for a live Dungeons & Dragons game. So you can see the player name tags are showing up right next to me. The Dungeons & Dragons clock over here to the right. If we enter combat like this, everybody is going to roll. It looks like we've got some 3D dice here that need to be refreshed. Let me refresh that cache as well. And let's mute this one in the background so we don't hear those sound effects. All right, and let's go back to our controller app. Let's initialize the data. Let's switch over here. There we go, like that. And so we've got different effects in here. We've got cool things that we can do here. So we can do, for example, the Chaos Bolt attack and just run that. And that's going to roll some dice out there. Got some inspiration being run too as well. Looks like we don't need that right there. So you have to look at that. And then you can see the effects of the different dice and the damage that are out there. I can do my Chill Touch spell as well. And that's going to roll some necrotic dice over there.
Try hitting a little harder next time, buddy.
With some sound effects going in over there with the guy there. I understand a little bit. I will watch you. Yeah, follow us, Ulanyej, and we generally do really, really fun stuff. We've also got some items out here that can have different effects. Like if I consume a potion, for example. Whoops, hold on. If I consume a potion, it does that effect over me live right there. Or if somebody throws a potion at me, like that. So we've got live effects to make the Dungeons & Dragons game seem more fun. That's kind of what we're building. And we're building those live on this show. That's what we're doing. So we're doing that. We're also testing out CodeRushed, Visual Studio. We're dogfooding CodeRushed, which is a product that my team makes to help us write code faster. Doing that live 3 days a week. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you more out there. Copperbeardy, glad to have you out here with us as well. Jeremy Knight, Jeremy Knightme, welcome as well. Didn't say hi, but I'm glad you're out here with us. Brendan, glad you showed up too. Will, Hugo, Alpha, Codebase Alpha, glad you're here too with us. Glad everybody's here. Let's get you over to InstaFluff and say hi to InstaFluff for me, will you, kids? Here comes the raid in about 9 seconds. Going to send you over there. We'll get the CodeRushed outro music going here.